Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
The play action fake. Looking for space to the left. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is
WTW.
What's the word, Jay? What's the word?
They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Still on his feet at the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen, the ones that get in the backfield? The running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a long.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Going up top. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky! the AT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. He's got his man. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Kentucky 7, Alabama 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback checking off. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Alabama quickly back to the line. On second down, he's looking downfield. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now. And you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going downfield for the big play. And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Lets it fly deep downfield. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
This guy is officially a problem. Second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good...
He lets it fly. Makes the grab down the left side. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Unloads to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
We know this quarterback is dynamic with his running ability, and on the 2-point attempt, they tried to use his legs to get it in, but the defense was there to stop him short.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in cover.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Vandergrift. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
Crosses the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it, The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. Pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
He's looking deep. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Kentucky 14, Alabama 6.
And the Wildcats will kick it off to start the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
First and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football calm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
With the catch, it's Williams.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down.
Man, if you're going to win games, you've got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Finds his man, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to find his man on first down. Skips away from pressure. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Touch pass on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And they'll try to tack on 2. Trying to run it in. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, it catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say to the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Little touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 40. Off he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number one, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all of those boxes and shut this dude down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Finds a crease at the 20. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. They'll try the run.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
To the ground with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. If they can get
Come on, bro. Snap the ball, bro.
Thrilling into this game. It is 3rd and goal. Trying to surge it in.
That's good.
Touchdown, Wildcats. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this offense, man. They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan.
He'll take a deep shot here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Line gets set, first down. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it. Takes it into the house, and the clock is at 0, and they are down a single.
How about the offense in that situation to come up so big? The place is going bananas. It's so hard to hear. It's so hard to execute. And you just put 6 on the board and have a chance to kick this PAT and tie the game.
And this is a knee knocker. Pressure on this kicker to send it to overtime. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th.
That's the end of regulation with the score all time.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They're going to ride this running back. They're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. On the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They take the lead here in overtime.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Vandergrift. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working that left side. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release.
Touchdown, Wildcats! They got the score, and now they need the 2-point conversion to tie. They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. The snap sets up the throw. They're bringing heat. They did not get it. Denied on the 2-point conversion, and they'll lose it in overtime. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be. Welcome to Arthur L. Williams Stadium in Lynchburg, home to the Liberty Flames, and fans have been eagerly anticipating this clash and filling up this stadium quickly. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Liberty Flames. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Gray. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense set on first down. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Looking for a man. It's Salter. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, the football gods were shining on the offense on that play. I think the quarterback thought after he threw that might be pick 6 territory. But luckily, they were able to make the catch, and they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Got it set up on the outside. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Quickly complete. Oh, the pirouette gets him loose. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Flames come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Fires the pass, intercepted.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Defense gave them a free one on that one. It's now 2nd and 5. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Salter. Got out of trouble and throws. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. Ready. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. The run from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Throwing right. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that ball is picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that 1st down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. He's going to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Quarterback checking the play.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's holding. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he...
Touchdown, Oregon! What a catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback adapting. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on 3rd down in your end of the field, you better be right because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
The corners are walked up tight. He's going for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on third down. Got it! They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage.
Stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee.
Offense
14. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the ball is picked off. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They've got it at the 17.
Tell you what, defensive dream, right? You dream about coming out, setting the tone. You practice your script all week of what you want to be in and how you want to be successful. And bam, right out the gates, forcing the INT. Let's go.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! What a grab and go for the score. Here comes the two-point try. Wideout in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He gets it in there for the two-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first
going for the big play. He's got it on the right. Bulldozes his way through. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this quarterback is going to have to be precise with his timing and his accuracy. He's already thrown a pick. That one got swatted away, guys. We're only in the first quarter. These windows are tiny to throw into.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Going for it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll turn it loose out to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Using the quick game. At the 35, he's got room. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down.
The heat of the desert is where the Sun Devils thrive. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona, Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils and the rich legacy formed by the likes of Frank Bush, Jake the Snake, and Pat Tillman. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down for this offense. He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Scatterbo. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to the air one more time. That's reeled in. It's Scatterbo. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Alabama.
Now on 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Milroe. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Alabama quickly back to the line. Barrels ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown Tide.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then the defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
On fourth down, going to the air. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Yeah, and I tell you, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Discards a man. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Bama! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Arizona State 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. On the option. Now the pitch. Plows through the defense. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Fighting off the defender. Can anyone catch him? Past the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. He'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quarterback will audible. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
It's really early in the game right now, and it's fourth and short, fourth and medium maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted it. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Got it past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. They'll throw it on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Here comes the offense on second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking for an open man on second down. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Adams. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got a man, it's Miller. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Makes the grab, and he's got the first. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. The Sun Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense. When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They're trying to get to it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Darius is when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
Despite coming up short on the previous 2 fourth-down attempts, this offense will try it here again. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Steps away to find some room. He'll throw one to his right. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll give it to the back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. He's got it on the move. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight end.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
He's looking to throw it. Extending the play. Makes the grab on the shovel. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. This offense has a 2nd down play. On the run, it's Brooks. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot and zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. He finds his man. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. It's just a simple hitch route. Because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll ride the hot hand. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Across the 25. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They move on top here in the 4th. Now for the extra point try late in the game. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there.
He'll take the deep shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. You know, 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
After the incompletion, they go back up top, setting up the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. The Sun Devils will move the sticks.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage. Or do I go for it on fourth down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big first down.
Across the 25, he's got room.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play.
Timeout, Alabama.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Arizona State! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw. It's Milrow. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the...
Hi. Is this Take or his cousin? Hitting that like thumbs up.